For the past like 10 plus years of my life now, I've been struggling with the same insecurity, and it's only been getting worse and worse. And for me to fix it, it's probably going to cost me around 50,000 plus dollars. And the worst part is that the money is only part of the problem. As someone who shows his face whenever he creates content, this has been a pretty like big issue for me personally. I would try to find ways to like get around this insecurity in the beginning. Like I would talk with the mic in front of my mouth like this, where you can't see my teeth that easily, or angle myself on my good side, I guess you can call it, where my teeth, you can't really see like the fat hole in my mouth. Or I would just talk like I'm doing right now, where my lip doesn't really show my teeth too much while I talk like this. I would just try to find ways to kind of like hide my teeth. But even off camera, this has still been a big issue for me though. I would talk with family, I would FaceTime friends who hadn't like seen me in a long time. And if they hadn't seen me in a while since my teeth got messed up, they would always ask me, oh, what happened to your teeth? Did somebody hit you? Did you get into a fight? Did you fall and chip them? Like what happened? Because of countless situations like this, I kind of started to build up an insecurity about my teeth, and I would always be worried about what people would think. That kind of started to like transfer over to other parts of my life, like when I started dating, or I would try to go out and make new friends, or I would go to job interviews, freaking just smile around people. I was too afraid to do any of that. Like I took most of my pictures with a straight face or a smirk without showing my teeth. I would do any and everything to not show my teeth. And at some points I would refrain from even talking just for the sake of not showing my teeth. All of this just ended up leading to me developing like a really big insecurity around my teeth. The crazy part about the situation is the fear of judgment is only half the battle. The constant almost back-to-back toothaches at one point, the massive holes and cracks in my teeth, leaving big gaps where food can get stuck in them. And it doesn't matter what I eat, food was just gonna get stuck in it regardless. And that only led me to more discomfort and more pain. Sometimes eating food and then just feeling a crunch or snap and realizing that either an entire tooth or part of it is just broken off. Just eating would put me in a lot of pain. At the time of writing this, I was dealing with some real bad like back-to-back toothaches as well. They've kind of like slowed down a little bit here and there, and because of that I've been going through like, I don't know, like 2-3 boxes of pain pills. Don't do that, it's not good. And I don't normally take painkillers for any reason, but these toothaches are bad. I mean, if they're at the point where they're waking me up out my sleep, I can't go back to sleep, I'm crying in the middle of the night because it hurts so bad, I didn't know what else to do. I would do my best to not take more than what the recommended maximum is in a day at least. I did use mouthwash to kind of help like loosen up a lot of the food that would get stuck in my teeth, and it did help. It actually does help a whole lot. It helped with the pain, but a big problem was that I was using an alcohol-based mouthwash, and I can't remember what it's called, but essentially it's gonna eat at a very sensitive part of your enamel, or a very sensitive part of your tooth if it's already exposed, and that can lead to more sensitive teeth and just damage your teeth and gums overall with excessive use. That's the next thing that happened. Because of the excessive use of mouthwash, my teeth got like really sensitive. They've kind of calmed down a little bit, but it's essentially at the point where, I mean, drinking like barely cold water, like below lukewarm room temp, would cause like bad pain if the water touched my tooth. And I remember before it would only be like if it was like ice cold, it would hurt, which that's avoidable. That's not that big of a deal. But now, I mean, I can barely drink bottled water without pain. At this point, you're probably wondering like, why the freak don't you just go to a dentist? And that is perfectly valid, don't get me wrong. I struggle like really bad with dental anxiety, and I have been to the dentist. It has been a little while though, I'll be honest. I got a great dentist actually. I love them, and thanks to them, like I don't have such a bad like fear and anxiety when it comes to the dentist. So when I did start going back to the dentist, I was going very frequently, and they did a lot to help me out, because my toothaches were actually way worse, I'd say about 2-3 years ago, than they are now currently. The problem of why I don't go to the dentist is essentially the cost. It's not cheap. I've already gotten most of the cheap stuff done already. The dental office I go to, they already informed me that What I had was called gingivitis, essentially plaque causing bacteria. They build up on your teeth. It can cause rapid tooth decay, irritation with the gums, bleeding, all that. I looked it up and they say like 1/3 to 50% of all adults have gingivitis, so it's quite common. When gingivitis gets bad enough, you're gonna need professional treatment, at least from what I was told. So what they did was they set me up with a 3-step treatment plan. So week 1, they would treat one side of my mouth, like the top and bottom of one side. Then week 2, they'd treat the other side. Week 3, I just come in for an evaluation to see, you know, how everything is progressing. And if everything looks good, then we go on to the next step. If not, then they're just gonna treat everything again, because you got to get rid of the gingivitis. It's just going to keep, whether you got good dental hygiene or not, which I don't eat a lot of sweets. I brush my teeth like twice a day. I floss every day, haven't missed a day in years, and I rinse a lot. Gingivitis is still, you know, it's going to cause you a lot of problems if it's bad enough. We get to phase 3 and everything checks out. We're looking pretty good. So they give me like a roadmap of everything that we're going to do to get me from, you know, where I am today to having nice pearly whites and no more pain. Now we're getting into Operation Beautification. I was en route to have, you know, a nice smile setup. I was going to go from this to having nice pearly whites. What I was going to have to do next before we can start putting in teeth is we have to start getting rid of the bad stuff. So I had about like 8 or 9 extractions I need done, like these 2 front teeth and a whole lot of molars at the back. It's not pretty. So after the extractions, they were going to just look into doing some more, you know, major and basic dental care to get me squared away. Then we were going to look into getting a bridge, which essentially would, you know, bridge the gap. My teeth would just look better, you know, it'd be a nice smile. So with that entire beautiful roadmap set up, you're probably wondering, well, why the freak does your mouth still look the way it does and not how you're saying it could have looked? Like I say, there's one big issue, and that is money. And essentially to get this done at that point in time was going to be around like $7 grand. That's not for veneers or anything like that. That's literally bridge, root canals, fillings, extractions, treatments, everything that I needed to get my mouth healthy and presentable. At least just $7 grand. I don't have that. So anyways, life happened to me over these past couple years. I had death in the family, loss of employment several times actually. It was mostly during COVID, 2 mass layoffs. And because of this, I just went through a lot of financial stresses, catching up, falling back on bills, just a constant repeating cycle of that. And, you know, my teeth weren't exactly just going to be on hold. Gingivitis is not something that goes away and never comes back. Yeah, it can come back. And as you can see, I'm in pain again, and my mouth has gotten worse since then. You know, I looked into it, what it would cost for me to get, you know, a full set of veneers, because at this point, I don't really have any molars that are worth keeping. I'll probably insert pictures just to kind of give y'all an idea, because you're probably thinking, oh, it's not that bad. No, it is bad. They look like the Grand Canyon if the Grand Canyon was black. So they're saying that an estimate of a full set of veneers can go anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000. Why? Honestly, there's not much for me to really offer you in this video. I just kind of wanted to share this story. But what I do want to say is, if you have teeth that are in a better situation than mine, even if it's only slightly better, take care of what you got, because even what I do have, I still take care of it as best I can, because I'm not trying to walk around here with just straight gums. Floss every day, brush every day, rinse when you can. Don't let sugar sit on your teeth. Try to like get that out. I was a kid when my teeth really started to get bad. I grew up poor. I didn't go to the dentist a lot, and because I had dental anxiety, I would just hide if my teeth were in pain because I did not want to go to the dentist. So anyways, my teeth ended up getting really bad early on. As an adult, I'm kind of suffering from what I did as a child. My childhood dentist was not great, because in comparison to the dentist I have now, it is a world of a difference. It's a 1 to 10. It is just completely different. My dentist currently, they treat me so good. I'm not experiencing any pain. I'm not scared when I'm in there. It's like, it's perfectly fine. But as a kid, man, I felt like I was freaking, I don't know, I felt like I was getting tortured. And if you are a kid watching this, bro, please take care of your teeth. This is not fun. Like, even while making this video, I can feel like parts of my teeth, my gums just start to throb randomly. And on a scale of 1 to 10, that pain can easily be like a 1 or a 2, and out of nowhere it can hit like an 8 or a 9. It feels like somebody just like punched me in the jaw with a piece of metal. I didn't make this video for like, oh, woe is me, send me money. It's nothing like that, and I'm not trying to like motivate you or anything like that. I just wanted to share my story because I feel like there's probably people out there who also have like a big insecurity. Maybe it's about your teeth, maybe it's not. I hope you did get something out of this video though. I do still want to get my teeth fixed, and I am planning to get my teeth fixed. I'm working on it. It's just not cheap. It's a process. If you're you're struggling with any insecurities, maybe it's the same thing as me, you know, like your smile, or maybe it's weight, height, basketball, I don't freaking know. Share that in the comments and share how you deal with that insecurity, because maybe what your solution is, maybe it works for somebody else and maybe it doesn't work for me. Maybe what I do works for you but not somebody else. Just let me know in the comment. I'm sure everybody's perspective is at least somewhat helpful to somebody out there. Thank you all so much for hearing me complain for like the past, I don't know how long this video is. I hope this video wasn't too gross. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I ain't got much else to say, and on that note, I hope y'all have a blessed rest of your week. See y'all in the next video, whenever that might be. Good night, y'all.